welcome to Monday morning here at SNSN. I'm Mike, and that is Paul. Hey,
Good.
Paul.
Good
What's
morning.
going on?
Monday morning.
How was your weekend?
Not much.
You didn't have much of a weekend?
I didn't do much.
Why not?
No, I actually did. Back in the rug.
Yeah.
Shampooed the rug.
Okay, great. Moving on. So that's exciting stuff, Paul.
I know.
That's exciting stuff. So we got a few things that we want to talk about, when it comes to the community today. We have a guest in the studio right now, as you can see. We'll talk to him in a minute. And we also have Brett Peterson coming in from Grizzled Youth Football, talking about the youth football program, youth football and cheer, I should say, and talking about that program and what it really means, to the community and, going forward and how it kind of feeds Grizzle High School.
Gotcha.
And I think we saw a lot of that, this year as far as some of the benefits, of the players coming up from Grizzled Youth Football and cheer. Mm-hmm. So it's Christmas time.
In the city. Christmas time in the city.
That's right. Paul Grumpy Lash. Would you be Santa Claus or Krampus? Which one would you be?
Probably Krampus.
We have an event that is going to be going on at the VFW starting. It's going to be December 12th and December 14th, and we have Craig Knutson. How are you, Craig?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And you are what is your position at the VFW here in Jewett City up on Taylor Hill?
It's relatively known as the board of directors, but they call it the house committee. And we actually run myself and four others actually run the VFW and keep it up to shape and keep it up into people coming in and supporting us. Now we've been we have some issues with our building since it's been around since the 1930s. So we are doing fundraisers. We just had one this past weekend. It's like an activity night. What
was that about? Yeah. What do you mean?
We had activities. People come in and they build different type of projects per se, gingerbread houses, and then they had the decorations for the Christmas trees and all that. So for Santa Claus, that's coming on the actual, it'll be 10th of December. There'll be Santa Claus, and then for the kids coming up about 8:00 a.m. And they'll be having visits with Santa Claus and other gifts going on, and the big little gifts going out to the kids. So it could be candy canes or something. But personally, I don't know because until I get there and see what's going on, I don't know what they'll be giving. But they'll get something for the kids, and we're supposed to have a good crowd.
So this is all at the VFW Post 10,004 up on Taylor Hill.
That's correct, and the address is 263 Taylor Hill Road in Jewett City.
So I know you guys are doing some fundraisers, and you said the building's very, very old. And the VFW has been there ever since I can remember, obviously.
Correct.
Yep. So we want to preserve this.
That's correct.
So we're going to talk about a fundraiser in just a second of what, one of the things that you're going to do. But what is something that you want to get done with some of these fundraising funds?
We just put a new roof on there less than 2 weeks ago. It's hard to say you get a bucket of water by putting it on the table and the water drips from the roof. That's not the case, but it's gotten down to we need a new roof. So we got a new roof. Great. We had a car show this past year. We're going to have one again next year. We have steak nights for men and ladies.
And the 21st, that's going to be.
That's correct.
December 21st.
There'll be a men's steak night. Yep. You are welcome to come in and have the steak is 1 pound.
I've been there.
Can you believe that? 1 pound steak. And it's like, I don't want to say the price because I believe it's $15. Don't quote me, please.
Really?
Yeah. But it's
and they take the steak and they like say if you got on the scale and you're 210 pounds, you'd hold the steak. If it's 211, it's a good steak.
Yes.
That's how they weigh them. That's what I heard. No?
Yes. It works for me. And
say so.
And again, we're having that gift wrapping on the 12th and the 14th. That's another fundraiser. Now, we have different size boxes. We have different size wrapping paper.
Now we're talking about the Christmas gift wrapping,
right?
That is going to be happening at the VFW. So like if Paul and I had Christmas gifts, we could just take them and bring them up to you, and you guys will wrap them? Is that what it is?
That's correct.
Because I can't wrap for crap.
Neither can a lot of people.
No.
And we're not professionals, but we're doggone good about doing it. We have different sizes, and the cost. I mean, it's going to be the small is $2, the medium is $3, and the large is $4. If you have a super large or super heavy gift, we will wrap it for $6.
So a car. So if I bring a car, if I'm giving a car to one of my kids, will you wrap it?
We'll put a big bow on it.
Oh,
The bow is about as big as a stable.
That's true.
So you really have that, don't
Yeah,
you?
we do.
I'm trying to be a smart ass, and he's got me.
And we have it covered. We have bags. Bags already, gift boxes that already have paper on it. So we charge like a $2 for a gift box.
Sure.
You just fold the shirt up. We have tissue paper, put it together, and we will. Now, if you say, oh, we have say you have 10 gifts, there's a place we have called a canteen. Have a beverage down there, non-alcoholic per se, or an alcoholic if you're an adult.
Sure.
And then just come down and just relax in the canteen, come back, and it's in the actual banquet room. So we have plenty of room to meet people and just see what the improvements we're doing.
So it could be a social event as well. It's not
It
just,
Is there any reason why it starts on a Tuesday?
Yes, because everybody else is busy on Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh.
not bad.
And this is after hours. This is at 4 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. I'm so used to military time. So if you military personnel, it's 1600 to 2000.
20.
Yeah, that makes sense because now you got people out of work now between the 4
Right.
and 8, so that,
Yep, they come out. They just bring you gifts, come back from work and say, hey, I'm going to go to VFW. Okay, I got all these gifts to either wrap. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll take care of that for you. And, say if you want to go to the canteen, have a non-alcoholic beverage or a beverage is the same. And again, with your age, we turn around and we'll accommodate.
What about, let me ask you a question. What about, is this something that you guys would repeat, say, December 22nd? And let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, including myself, will go ahead and they will last minute. They're last minute shoppers and they panic. And next thing you know, they're up Christmas Eve till 4 o'clock in the morning, still wrapping because they didn't buy anything until December 24th or December 20th or 21st. Is this something that you guys will do again? Or I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I don't even know if this has even come up.
It did.
But
Yeah,
it did.
22nd. And the reason it was, we were going
That was just a guess, too.
No, it's not. It's a very good one because I said the last minute wrappers. We're going to see how this works out first. We have these 2 days, and if we have to say we got a line going out the door, which we're hoping that'll be the case, we'll be opening up the 22nd, and I will be there personally with a few others.
So it's going to happen again, probably.
Probably. If this is a
good,
big success,
good.
we will have the last minute shoppers come in there. Okay. They said, oh, it's weekend. This Jewett City VFW will close at 9 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
And what we do is we would go to 8 o'clock, and you know what? This is the last minute shoppers, and then we're not doing anything Christmas Eve. And of course, Christmas Day has come, and the significant meaning of the Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be a lot of department stores when we had department stores would do that as part of their, Christmas stuff. But now everybody buys stuff online, I should say. So now you can just take the stuff you buy online and bring it to you guys and have you guys wrap it.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Very good. Jennifer says, what a great idea. Can this be advertised? Well, it's kind of what we're doing right now. And or is it, I guess what she's saying, is it only open to VFW members or can anybody come up?
I've been putting signs around this whole borough of Jewett City for the past 2 days.
Uh-huh.
You'll see it indoors and you'll see it on gas stations and also.
Yep.
Yes, and I've got so far put out 50
Wow.
flyers, and I'm going to do another 50 later on today and tomorrow.
And this is the flyer that you'll see.
Mhm.
And if you have any questions, there is a phone number on the bottom of that. It's 860-376-5226. That's our canteen number or our office number.
Uh-huh.
Somebody will pick up and they'll reinnovate. So if you want to ask about the 22nd, we're gonna definitely push that over and make this a success.
See, I remember back when malls were a thing, you could go to, say, Norwich Town Mall.
They wrap it.
Right.
And they would have
Yeah.
some sort of kiosk
Yep.
where they would wrap all your gifts. You can
Sure.
go have dinner and come back and all your
Yep.
gifts were wrapped and
That's
stuff.
true.
And you don't really find that
There isn't anymore because all the
No.
department stores are gone.
Yeah, where are you going to go now? Well, the
None.
VFW.
There's no longer, I mean, the malls are all pretty much dead. I don't think anything like that is even being done at the mall in Lisbon. I never saw it.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't see anything like
I
that.
mean, what they do in Lisbon is they do like the stuff a cruiser and stuff like that with
Oh,
the
yeah,
Connecticut State
yeah.
Police.
That's different. That's not the same.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But the money that they're raising for this right here, for this event right here,
It's for the VFW.
it's for the VFW,
Yeah.
and it's going to for reparations and repair
Yeah.
of the building itself.
That's correct.
So you're gonna have to wrap a lot of freaking gifts, dude.
We're going to. And we're going to put split level, it's called split units. We got 2 in the main banquet area and 1 in the canteen, which is like the bar area. Because
You're talking about that's what you want to have installed,
that's
right?
We're gonna do that for this year, for year 2024.
And that's just a good thing because you have people that are going to rent the facility, you know, or so that, and they'll just make it more comfortable for people to go there.
Oh yeah, for the summertime, they really
Sure.
work really well for air conditioning.
Because it's a hot building. I'll be honest with you.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
But even during the wintertime, they're very efficient when it
We
comes to
use the
heat.
and the heat is very expensive with the electric grid what they have right now.
Yeah.
This will cut down on the heating cost.
Oh yeah, it cuts down. Yeah,
We got to be more efficient, but we can't do this if we just do nothing. So we're going to do something, and we have a good crew with the I'm going to say the board of directors, because that's what people are familiar with. But it's called the it is the board of directors
Got it.
on the House Committee.
So this is going to be initially December 12th to the 14th
Yeah.
from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's at the VFW up on Taylor Hill. If too many people, just go across the street, go to Paul Lash's house, and he'll wrap them for you.
yeah, I'll wrap them for you.
He'll wrap. He'll just
You,
say, "Doom, doom, doom." That's the kind of rapping he does.
Yeah, not very good.
You know, give me a beat. Different prices for different size gifts. $2 for small, $3 for medium, and $4 for large gifts. And if you have heavier or oversized gifts, just $6,
Mm-hmm.
which is a great bargain.
This is a bargain. I mean, they want people charged up to $25 to wrap, and I said no, not in this community.
I mean, really, how much you spending on tape
Right?
and wrapping paper
Yeah.
and just my mother could wrap like crazy. She was good at it.
I think your mom's going to help us because
Huh?
we got some serious rappers.
Well, my mom's not here anymore.
We
If
have
she
good
did, that
rappers.
would be a pretty cool thing. But
We have some really, really good rappers.
Yeah.
Rapping. People very experienced in wrapping gifts
Yep.
at the Ladies Aid.
Yep.
Ladies veterans of.
are you going to be wrapping yourself? Are you going to be
Absolutely.
taping things up? And
I'll be in a Santa hat, and I'll definitely be directing. And we have 3 boxes already lit up,
Yeah.
so I know exactly where the wrapping stations are. But it's going to be it's a great event. It's going to help us. It's going to help the community. It's going to help the people who purchase items, and they have no time.
Sure.
yeah, that's it. Like, let me ask you another question. Now let's say I have 8 gifts that I need wrapped. Can I go there, drop them off, and then come back and pick them up later on?
Yes, you can. We'll put your name on the side of it. We'll put it in a bag of some sort, and you can take inventory when you come back. Say, "Yep, this 8 got wrapped. These 8 are now with your name on it on the side of the wall, and you can pick them up at your leisure. But hopefully, because before we close.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Otherwise,
they'll
they come to my house.
otherwise, then they will go to Paul's house. I can see you now. You're going to go there anyway. Anything left over?
Hi, my name is Mike. Here's my presents. Hi, my name is Joe. Where are my presents?
So once again, this event could be repeated, depending. I'm telling you, if you guys can pull this off again, like December 21st or something like that, or 22nd.
It'll be the Friday, the 22nd.
Yeah, because like I said, there's so many last minute Nellies. I'm one of them. As far as Christmas shopping is concerned.
You know what I can do? I can come back on the 15th and say, it was completely a success, and we are going to open up on the 22nd.
Why don't we do that? So put it on your calendar so that way we can do this. Erica has a question. She goes, I have leftover Santa wrapping paper. Would that be a helpful donation?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sure. If you
Well,
have
should you just
donations,
bring it up to VFW?
that's
or?
correct. You just bring it up to the VFW and put it under my name, Craig.
Okay.
Again, I'm part of the House Committee.
Yep.
And which is equivalent to the board of directors.
Sure.
And then they put it in the back office, and now I'll use that. If you have any leftover wrapping paper, please feel free. Bows, if you have anything like that. Tape. We have plenty of tape, but we could use more. We don't know how much we're going to expect. It's the first time the borough has ever done such a thing. So we'll see what happens.
That's pretty awesome. So, like anybody that's listening, that also, if you want to donate or help benefit this fundraiser for the VFW, you can go ahead and get wrapping paper, tape, whatever is needed, tissue paper.
Right.
Oh yeah, tissue paper.
Yeah. If you guys want to have donations, if they have the extra, we'll probably do it again. Like I said, if this is a success, we'll do it again on the 22nd. And of course, we'll try to get next year.
Got it.
Yeah,
All right.
Good idea.
So mark it on your calendar, sir, for the 15th, and we'll see how this goes. So we like to bring community information, through the show and get it out to people. So
Right. And then the actual wrapping is on the 12th and the 14th. And what we will do is I'll give you the information that how successful it was or wasn't, and produce on the 22nd. But if it was very successful, I'll be back on the 15th here, and we will then correspond and see if the 22nd is a viable date to finish up.
See, that's the other thing too. That I was telling you, like my mother, she could really rap and everything. That's one talent I did not get from her. I'm a horrible. I mean, it looks. Dad rapped it. I know.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not.
I'm terrible at it.
Oh, we're really good at it.
That's what I mean. This is something that would be extremely valuable to me when I would shop in the malls and you'd see the kiosk and they're rapping. That's extremely valuable to me.
We also have bags for bicycles. We got a bicycle. We got a big bicycle bag. If you don't have a bicycle bag, we just go in and we'll sell it to you. If you want to put the bicycle in I'm not expecting you to come down with a bicycle and put it in a VFW and then take it out, but we'll sell you a bag.
And what I thought was I was trying to be a smart ass about a car. They got big bows and ribbons.
Well,
you put on a car. I'm trying to be a wise guy, and he's got it covered.
Here's something you can do. Go out and rent a real fancy car Christmas Eve. Get the ribbon, put it on top, put it in your driveway. Your neighbors will go nuts when they see that brand new caddy sitting out there.
Can I borrow your Chevelle?
No.
Come on! Just for that one, you put it out there, dude. He's got a really nice Chevelle.
Oh.
It's like gold. But you don't want to talk about that though. No. Just your cars over here. Greg, thank you very much for coming on by.
Thank you.
All right.
Great,
and
appreciate it, Mike.
Hopefully we'll see you on the 15th again.
Yes, sir.
That we talk about the event. So the VFW, that's the 12th to the 14th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and up on the hill on Taylor Hill. It's all to benefit the VFW for different things that they need done, like the roof, for example.
The roof was done, and it's now working.
Y'all got to pay for it now.
We did fundraisers for that this past year, and we did it well. And now we're just saying, why stop now? Let's get the VFW Post 10004 really a good facelift.
Sure.
Yeah, not only that, but because you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful facility that people can come and enjoy, for weddings, banquets.
That's right. We rent out our halls too.
Exactly.
We do have hall rentals.
Exactly. And that'll just make it more attractive.
Yes, it will.
You put in those split units.
And then we'll get the carpeting taken care of too down the road.
Got it. All right, Craig. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
No problem. All right. We will see you again on the 15th. I'm sure. All right. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to talk some Griswold youth football. Football season is never really over, Paul.
No, it's not.
It's not. We'll be back talking about it in a minute right here on SNSN.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns.
Are you tired of resetting passwords, getting locked out of websites, and listening to hold music for days? Do you really think 15 minutes is enough time to spend ensuring your biggest investments? The Burns Agency is here to help with in-person real-time customer care for all your insurance needs. Buy better with the Burns Agency for auto, home, business, and life.
Right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy.
With a fast pay or easy pay refinance mortgage from Jewett City Savings Bank, you may be able to lower your rate or shorten your term, saving you money over the life of your loan. To give your current mortgage a refresh, stop by your nearest branch or visit us at jcsbank.com to apply online. We make that fast and easy too. Jewett City Savings Bank. Your life, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Thank you.
All right, we're back here at SNSN. Thanks for staying with us, folks. We're going to continue on. What a great event, Paul, huh? That's a pretty cool event.
It is a good idea
It's a great idea.
because nobody does it anymore.
No, they don't.
Nope.
They don't. That's the thing.
Nope.
So if you need your stuff wrapped, then get down to the VFW on the 12th through the 14th.
Sure. Good idea.
So there we go. There we go. Another thing that I want to go ahead and chat about really quick, and this is, since the holidays are upon us, there are all sorts of different fundraisers that are going on.
Yep.
This one right here that's up on your screen right now, this is Griswold Middle School Cheer. All right. So they they do it every year. I kind of know because Melissa and I
Now, when you say,
live together.
when
So
you say cheer,
it's just cheer.
it's
This is
not.
just,
Yeah, it's not the kind of.
it's a competition
It's
team.
not a
right
liquid
there.
cheer.
Well, they're
Said
kids,
cheer.
Paul.
You say it's cheer.
Oh. So no, Paul, they're kids. They're children.
All right. So
Here, little Becky, have some vodka.
you said cheer. People get confused.
What kind of a person are you, Lash? Son of a. Anyway, you can get the tickets. I can get them to you. It's all to benefit GMS cheerleading, and they do it every single year. It's $2 a ticket.
Mhm.
You can get them from any of the coaches, Melissa, Cindy, or Samantha,
Or you?
or me. You can get them.
There you go.
Oh, hey, what do you got here?
2 tickets.
2 tickets. All right, I'll get them to you. Never.
We're just pocket like
I know. I was gonna say.
So
Where'd that come from?
they're the kids right there. That's the cheer squad. And here, this is what you get. You get a hammer of turkey, gravy mix, 5 pounds of potatoes, sweet potatoes / yams, which are different, by the way. Sweet potatoes and yams are not the same thing.
Okay.
Damn it. 2 pounds of carrots, stuffing mix, ingredients for green bean casserole, because everybody loves green bean casserole.
Yeah, sure.
Since when?
Cranberry sauce, 2 dozen rolls, items for a cheese platter, including a pound of cheese, pepperoni, and crackers, dessert, fresh baked cookies, a pumpkin pie, PUMKIN pie, and an apple pie, 2 bottles of juice, and 3 bottles of sparkling apple cider.
Wow.
So you could win that for $2. Even if you bought 10 tickets, Paul,
I'd give it away.
Huh?
I'd give it away.
Well, either way, $20.
I know.
You can't get this for $20.
I know. I'd give it away. It's too much food for me.
Since when?
That's too much.
All right. So yeah. So please take advantage of that. That would be super duper. All right. Let's pull this off of the screen. Did I do it? Okay. I did it. All right. Great. All right. Let's move on. Now we have another guest by the name of Brett Peterson. Are you the vice president?
Yeah, as of 2 weeks ago. So,
Who was the vice president?
so Chris Fabry was the vice president.
Fabes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris was the
okay.
vice president. Yeah.
So it was a bloody election, from what I understand. The campaigning was evil, and
yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah. Poor Chris. I felt bad for him.
no, you didn't.
No, not at all, actually.
Brett for vice.
No. Didn't have much choice in the matter, actually. I was nominated pretty unanimously,
But you've been involved anyway.
yeah, I've been involved for a long time at this point, like 6 or 7 years at this point. So
now how many kids?
So I have one kid that's in the program.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be going into his 8th grade year. So this is his final year playing youth. So,
Yep.
so he's excited. So, but yeah, I've been helping out since he was one of the little guys on the micros team. So
Yeah.
and when I started, that's when I started out with Hope in coaching, and then joined the board a couple years ago.
Really, really cool.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Everyone does a lot of good work over there. So
So here's a question, and I don't know the answer to this. I mean, because the coaching staffs are going to change a little bit. They change a little bit every year.
Mhm.
But now Sean McFadden is stepping down after many years
Yeah.
of successful coaching.
Yeah.
So who's anybody taking over the seniors yet that we know? Or
so I mean,
you don't have to speak on it if you don't want to. But
So Sean was amazing for us, and we all appreciate everything he's done for
Yep.
so many years. I mean,
excellent coach.
been there forever, so it's really hard shoes to fill there. So I think we have at least one person that's interested. So I mean, we nominate for coaches.
It's going to be Mills.
Not that I know of. I think he's
All
going to go help out with Blake's team, but
Blake's team, yeah.
but I can't speak on that. I don't
Sure.
know. Who knows what Jim wants to do. So, but I think he's going to go help with Blake. But I think we have at least one that wants it. So we can kind of nominate those in March or April, somewhere around there.
So you got time.
So we got time to figure out what's going on there.
So for those of you who don't know, Griswold Youth Football has not just 3 divisions, do they?
No, we actually have 4. So that's just got added this year because we added a couple teams from up north over the last couple of years.
Ellington,
Tallinn, Ellington, Ram, Colchester. We're actually might be breaking news here, but we're adding Putnam. WPTP is the name of the conference, so they're coming in to join. So
nice, very good.
They have a division for their little kids, so they're 7 and 8 year olds. So we have enough that we decided to add that this year. So
they're just going to be in that group. They're not going to be.
Well, no, they're going to be everything. They'll play everything.
Cool. Okay, good.
They'll play
good,
everything.
Right.
Yep, they'll play everything. So so we have 7 and 8 year olds, and then we have the micro division, which is 8, 9, and 10, and then junior, which is 10, 11, and 12, and then seniors, which is 13 and 14. So
I gotta be honest. Calling the games, first of all, they're a blast. It's always, and we always pick a game of the week, Paul.
Yeah.
The micros. Every flipping week, man. They play their hearts out, and they look like bobbleheads. They really, really do, because they're little bodies and big old helmets, and they're like, But
when practice first starts for those little ones, it starts as like herding cats, but then those coaches do a great job. Coach Josh and his staff this year did a great job of doing a great job of getting that team up to speed, made the playoffs. So we've been pretty successful over the last couple of years. So
I think you've been successful for more than a couple of years, because one of the things that I know about Griswold Youth Football and cheer is that it is a feeder system for the high schools in the area, and this is where these kids start. Is Griswold Youth Football and cheer. You got to look just like right now. There's a lot of kids that graduated from the senior ranks last year that made an impact as freshmen for Griswold this year already. The very first game of the year, Kiki Boyce stripped the ball and ran for 6. He number 62 on the line. Freshman. Where did he come from? Griswold Youth Football and cheer. You got the D'Amico twins. DeGiacomo. I mean, that kid can go. Cutter, Nick Waters. I mean, it just keeps going on and on and on. 10 or 12 more Mills kids. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we're really proud of the fact that that we have that we've become such a great feeder program for the high school, and that too, that we have a good relationship with them. Because not everyone in the area has that great relationship with their school and their community that we do. So, I mean, just as like an example, right, when we were trying to get the field installed, which you can feel one way or the other about, whatever you feel, but when we're trying to get it installed,
I was all for it. So
So when we were trying to get it installed, we had people that were members of our board that I'm part of that ad hoc
That
committee.
ad hoc. Jeff Cassidy was. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he wanted to be here today, but unfortunately, so with everything, so we have a great relationship with the school and the community, and we're really proud of that because not everyone in the area has that same relationship. So we're really proud of that. And
Well, I mean,
job
it's
of doing that.
Yeah, I mean, but you guys also do for the school as well. It's both ways. You guys are very generous with what you guys do.
Yeah.
For the school system. So it's, they help each other. So it is a good, it's a good organization. Well, both, that they help each other.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell's going to say, because I'm distracted by this damn fly. This is one fly. How is it surviving?
Well, it's warm in here. That's why.
Yeah. Look, you son of I don't know.
Buzzing around.
Yeah, he likes bread. There we go.
Who knows why?
So no, I know Jeff wanted to be here.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he couldn't be here. But we'll do another show where I wanted to have him in last year too, but it just never happened. And because I think Griswold Youth Football and Cheer is just really in the last couple of years that I've been involved, I really love the program, and not because I'm sitting there calling the games.
Yeah.
Or one of the people that are calling the games, but just because the way it's run and how friendly everybody is and how they really care about these kids. All you see is, the coaches and they're coaching these children, and they're doing it with, sometimes gentle hands, sometimes with stern hands, depending, but these kids love these coaches. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah, I mean, we have 23 board members, and all of them put in countless hours to kind of help make sure that everything goes smoothly. And most of our board members have something to do with on a coaching staff somewhere, and they're coaching something. So they put in a lot of time, and it's really all because of how much they all care about the kids and care about the program, right? We all come there for the kids. We're there to kind of, football, we say it's a unique sport, right? Because it's really one of the most team sports that you can really have. Sure. Because there's just so much that goes in on every play. And if one person doesn't do what they're supposed to do, it doesn't go the way you want it to go. So having that, and it's the same way with our cheer teams, right? They have these routines that they work on throughout the year, go to the competition at the end, and if one person just doesn't go the way that they need it to go, it affects the whole team. So it really helps to build that teamwork, and helps. We always say it's just a unique sport in the way that it's done, and mostly because you only have one chance, right? You think about baseball or basketball, not taking anything away from those sports. Those are great sports. My kids play those sports too, but it's you work all week for the one chance at the end of the week, or for the cheer competition, right? You work all year for that one, however, I think it was 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I had to work it this year. So they have all that. They do all that work for all that month.
They did really well.
They did really well. Great. Yeah, juniors came in first, and the micros came in second. So, and our seniors and peewees, our seniors and minis did a great job too. So, we're really proud of, and we always get compliments from the other teams about how great our kids are, and how they're great sports, and how hard they work and how hard they play. And really that's, we as coaches help foster that, but it comes a lot from the parents, right? That we get great kids, and that just says a lot about the community that we're in. So
it's more than just sports though.
Yes.
It teaches the kids a lot of discipline, got to follow the rules. It's more than just football.
Yeah.
And that's why these kids are like that.
Yeah. I mean, in commitment, right? It's because you think about when we start, right? It's August to November, and you're starting first week of August, and it's 2 hours of practice a day for the football players, right? And in the heat and that humidity, and when they're just wanting to kind of have their end of their summer vacation, but they all come out and they all started. And so it really teaches them a lot of commitment, which is, I think, ends up helping you out
in the long run. Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
And a lot of they're really good kids too. Mm-hmm. For example, let's forget about just the kids that went to Griswold. Oh, by the way, before we get into the next subject, no kids, no football players, or no students left Griswold this year to go to a different school. They all stayed.
That's great. That's great.
Right. You know, I mean, not one went to Killingley for the VOAG. Matter of fact, one came back. I mean, we're not going to mention names because that's not appropriate. But and actually, we had more kids come in from Norwich.
Mm-hmm.
So that the field itself is going to pay dividends, especially over the long haul. So now let's talk about that before the field. The Griswold football program, Griswold Youth Football and Cheer, has been a successful program well before anything that we're talking about, like the freshmen that came in this year. We're talking about, how about Cole Gear?
Yeah.
He's got offers from D1 offers all over the place now, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah. I mean, I don't know Bo and Cole all that well, but he's a graduate.
I don't either. I say hi to Bo and stuff.
Yeah,
but
graduate of Griswold Youth Football, and he's doing amazing. So I mean, I think again it comes down to, one, we have great kids, and then two, we have great coaching staffs that come in and really try and foster that. We want to teach them, all of that stuff that we talked about, commitment, staying, working as a team, being a supportive teammate, because not everything's going to go right every play. So,
right.
So we try and teach them all that, what it means to be a good leader, what it means to be a good teammate. And then, always making sure that we're, also trying to foster that love of football, right? Like, it's not an easy sport to play. You go home and you're sore and you're tired. So it's not an easy sport to play. So we want to make sure that the kids come out and that they love it by the end of at the end of the year, right? They come home, go home and they say, that was fun. I had a fun time playing football this year. Not, oh my Lord, that was the longest season.
I had a different experience.
Yeah.
Because I'm not tough at all. So basically I joined, I was playing juniors, and this is back when New London was in the league. Mm-hmm. This is, we're talking a long time ago.
Yep.
Probably before you were born, Brad. But I got into a game because I was, a fat kid, and they figured, okay, well, you're going to be good, right? So they put me on the line. Oh, man, I got leveled by some New London kid and got smacked right in the jaw. Mm-hmm. And then I went home. I told Ma, I got hit right in the jaw. Oh, you okay? Yeah. You going back? No. I was done. So I have a lot of respect for these kids, that start here and move from there. So let's talk about other kids. Soren Reef. Here's one that did not stay in Griswold. Mm-hmm. Went off to Killingley. The number one rusher in the entire state of Connecticut.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just beat out another guy, Kincaid Rubino, also from Griswold Youth Football.
Yeah.
Youth Football. What about the Sims kids?
Yeah.
All three of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we just have...
It just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, we just, the league has been around, before this league started, our kids had to go to... I remember when I was young, I had to go to Plainfield to play. So It's nice that we have a league in town and that we have so many kids that come out and that they're willing to put in the time. And it really is paying off. You could see just the multiple kids that are just thriving. And we're really proud of where, again, we're proud of who we feed to the high school, but we're also proud of, wherever they go and whoever they're playing with. We're really proud to see them do well because, we like to think that we're helping them get to a different
Absolutely spot. You are. So. Absolutely. I mean, Paul, this is where these kids are starting, and then when they move up, it's all because of what they learned here. Mm-hmm. It's same thing with the cheer program. I know, even living, with Melissa, who's the head coach of the comp team for Griswold Middle School. These are kids that they get their basics and they learn right at that level, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And then what happens? Then they go to the high school team.
Yep.
And they got to have some sort of base of knowledge. And they got that from middle school, youth cheer, youth football. And that's why this program is so successful, is because of the people that lead this program and how they're directing the kids to be teammates.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record, but give a lot of credit to the parents too, right? Because it is a time commitment for them a lot of times.
Yeah.
Because you bring your daughter or son to practice, whether it's cheer or football, and football, you come and you sit there and it's 2 hours, and it's a time commitment for you too, because you have to be there at 5 or 5:30, and then you're coming home and it's 7:30 at night, and you got to feed your kid dinner and make sure they finish their homework and do all that stuff. So, I mean, again, we do all we can to help foster it, but also again starts with we have great parents, and it's just we couldn't do a lot of what we do. A lot of them who aren't even on the board, who are just part of or not even on coaching staffs, donate their time, do a lot of stuff to help us be successful as a league. So I really think it's and I think we've done a good job of it's not an easy decision to have your child start football or cheerleading, right? Because of everything.
It's a commitment.
Of everything that they hear, right, about the negatives that go along with it, right? And so to make that decision and then entrust us as coaches, because we do a lot of work to make sure that we're doing everything we can to make sure that your son or daughter, if they play, cheer or football, is safe, and and
there are young ladies that play football.
There are. We have some young ladies that play football and do an amazing job. But yeah, so we do everything we can. So it's really a great partnership that we have going on. So we're excited just to kind of see where things keep going. And like I said, we've had a lot of success the last couple of years. 2 out of the last 3 years, our senior team won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Our junior team has won the Super Bowl 1 out of the last 3 years, but made it to the playoffs all 3 years. Our micros made it to the Super Bowl 2 out of the last 3 years, made the playoffs all 3 years. So had a lot of success, and that's a real testament to the kids and the coaches to put in their time. So,
do you see? I mean, can you tell? I'm sure you can, as a coach, when the kids are playing micros and juniors, you're thinking, this kid's going to be something else.
Yeah. You have a few that
you
can kind of. There's a couple that you see every time, and then you're like, yep, okay, I can see where that's going. But I think, and I mean, I can't speak for every coach, but for me as a coach, right, it's those kids that you maybe when you first see them, you're like, ooh, where do they fit in? And then you see them like at the end of the year, and the improvement is just ridiculous. And you're like, wow, holy mackerel. Did you put in a lot of work to get where you needed to be over the next year or so? So
have I been doing it 3 years now or 2?
I think 3, right? 3?
I think so.
I think you did it that first year we all made the Super Bowl in Stonington.
Yes. Because there's one kid, and again, micros went right up to juniors. He's already in seniors.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Number 2.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
I mean, that kid, we've seen him move right up.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking, at least I'm thinking to myself, we're watching this young man play football, and we're telling his story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all these other kids. We're telling their story, with whether it's football, basketball, baseball.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the same kids, playing stuff like that.
Yeah, and the kids love it that when you do the games, because like I know my son, he'll come home and he'll like watch for he'll come home and he'll be like, hey, can we put it on? I'm like, we just were there. Can't we put something else on for a little while? And he's like, no, I want to watch. I want to see what I did and what I didn't do. And so we watch it. I know a lot of other coaches' kids do the same thing, where it's like you get home and the first thing you put on, because now it's on every smart TV. Next thing you know is you're on YouTube, and all of a sudden here I can hear the game playing again as I'm making dinner in the other room. So it's like, but it's the kids love it. I mean, I think you've said it before, right? They can go back and they can watch, right? So
they're all up there now.
Some of those kids that are in high school, right, that played in some of those games before, they can go back and be like, hey, look, remember when we did this or whatever. Yeah. So
they could be married and their kids and go, look what Dad did. Long time ago. It'll still be there. Yeah, I'm not taking them down.
I mean, and those are the memories. We've talked about this before with some of our teams. Is like you don't always, and I mean, this goes along with the high school team, which did a great job this year. Is like you don't always get. Not everyone gets the moments that they get, right? Like not everyone ever wins a Super Bowl, or not everyone ever wins a championship. Heck, not everyone makes a state playoff run like the high school team did this year.
Sure.
So for them to be able to kind of relive those moments and be like, hey, remember when we did this? It's amazing. We appreciate the partnership with you because you do an amazing job doing it, and we all love it.
It's a blast.
So,
I love it. I live for those Sundays and those Saturdays that we have football and when you guys are in the booth too, you know, we're joking back and forth and stuff. Something's not fit for radio, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, one of the things you got to talk about the hot moms, the hot moms.
Oh boy.
Not him, me. We're talking about the hot mom, the hot cheer moms. You know, I mean, they're there. You know, and the hot football youth moms.
Oh well.
I'm not lying.
We'll keep that off of any streaming service. Any conversations that happen about that.
Yeah, we won't talk about during the game.
We won't talk about that.
And there's a first down right there, and Joe Schmo, his mom's hot.
Oh boy.
No. But it is so much fun. It really. I'm not kidding you. I live for those, and I think Jeff Cassidy. You know, I don't even know how it started. I don't know if you. I think I hired him as a plumber one day. I think that's how it started. We started talking about it, and then boom, here we are.
Yeah.
You know, we did Colchester this year as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's we're in there. I know the president up in Colchester. He's a great guy too. So
Tony?
Yeah, he's a great guy. So because I've been going to some of the conference meetings for Jeff, so met some people up there. So but yeah, you know, we're in a great conference. You know, Ted Cozio, who's the commissioner of the conference, does a great job. All the other
talking about a lot of experience.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing it forever. So and we're in a good conference that has done a good job of like getting the right type of teams to join the conference too, who like want to be here, which is nice because when you're all working together, it all kind of makes it a smoother process. So, you know, you're not trying to fight over this rule or that rule. So it's nice. We all kind of work together. But again, it all comes back to the fact that we're Pee Wee game. It's
for you guys. We're only doing Michael's juniors and seniors.
For us, for the board members who are there helping out, it could be a long day. It's like for myself, right? Like this year I didn't have a son that played Pee Wees or micros. My son played seniors, but I helped coach the juniors. So, and then I'd show up to help. It ended up being like a longer day than my work day most days. And I'm like, get home and I'm just ready to kind of veg. And
well, listen about what you just said about, you know, where your kids are playing and what you're actually coaching. You know, then you mentioned like Colchester, you know, how the president of that league, like Tony Kroll, you don't even have a kid in the program. And he is there taking care of the field.
Yep.
He's there, you know, coaching the kids. He's coaching the micros and stuff. You guys don't give yourself enough credit.
Yeah, well, I mean, shout out to what Jeff is going to be doing, right? Because his son's going to be moving on to high school at this point, and he still wants to be involved, still wants to, you know, help out, and so I mean, you know, we all know how great Jeff is. So
he's a great guy.
So
I don't want to be sitting at that dinner table with the testosterone there between Luke and Liam.
I said a couple times to him, I was like, I wonder how that's going to go over at the dinner table. So.
Jared says after Brett's done with football, he's coming to Griswold soccer next.
Yeah, because I have a son that plays on Jared's soccer team. So Jared keeps trying to recruit me. So I don't know, Jared. I'm not as good at soccer as I am at football. So we'll have to have a conversation about that one. My son, on the other hand, I'm pretty proud of. So he's pretty good at soccer. So
very good.
Everyone keeps asking me when he comes to football, and I said he's not coming. He likes soccer.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, like as far as Griswold youth football and cheer is concerned, that we haven't talked about? I mean, we talked about things that we probably shouldn't have talked about, you know, like, you know, but.
No, I mean, if you have any questions about, right, because we're always looking for new kids who want to come play, right, especially for those younger groups. You know, because the 7 and 8 year old group, it's a newer group, right? So if you ever have any questions,
that just speaks to the growth of the league.
Yeah, I mean we've had record numbers the last 2 years, which is great. Which, you know, we weren't sure how it was going to come back from COVID, and after the last couple of years have been great numbers. So if you have any questions or you want to know anything about the league, please feel free, reach out to us. We'll definitely have or if you know a board member, feel free, have a conversation with them. They'll explain exactly what we try to do as a league and how we try to make sure that again, the big thing is safety, right? A lot of people are worried about safety right now, which is a very valid concern.
Absolutely.
Very valid concern. So, we'll have a conversation with you about what our coaches have to go through to be certified, what we do to try and make sure that every child is safe and every child is making sure that they can make the most out of their experience. So, no, we're just excited for next year. Registration opens sometime in the springtime. Just be on the lookout. I'm sure Jeff will be back in here, or I'll be back in here talking about it once it comes back up. So
that is excellent. I really appreciate the partnership that we have, because it's probably done. What we do probably has done more for me than it has for you, because I love watching the kids. I really do. And the biggest thing to me is that like carrying like little league baseball. People go, "Why are you doing that?" I said, because these kids have a story to tell. And then when they get into high school and we're streaming those games, you're going to know who these kids are. And you're going to be comfortable. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. It's like if you're a Boston Red Sox fan, right? And they sign a few people to, long-term deals. They're going to be playing. So if you're a fan of them, like I was a big fan of Dustin Pedroia, right? So I knew he was going to be there at second base till he got hurt, and then he wussed out. So
plus there's a lot of other towns that don't stream games, so a lot of the residents don't even know who these kids are.
Right.
Yeah.
Where here they get the benefit of people watching, and they know who they are. You can use,
and some of these kids are larger than life, like Kiki.
Yeah.
It's I hate to use this as an example, but think of the UConn women. They were on CPTV, and how the hell do you think they became so popular? Is because all the games were being televised.
Yeah.
That's how the UConn program got so well known.
Yeah.
Well, now it's starting to happen within Griswold, because you're streaming the games, and people are starting to know who these kids are.
Yeah. Yeah, you see it. You see it like out and about, where like a kid will be out at school, or they'll be talking, and they'll be talking about what happened at the game. Yep. They'll go into school, and their friends watch it, and they'll like talk to them about it, and then or they're out and out, and they're like, "Oh, hey, I watched your game the other day." So, and I think it's also nice that we stream them because like you said, Paul, the other towns don't stream them. So there are other towns, like when they come here, right? Maybe a grandma or grandpa that doesn't live in this area. Only time to really see them
happens all the time
is when they're streaming on, and we can tell, and other towns know, right, that they're now streams on this service, so that grandma or grandpa can watch who might not live here, right? So, which I think is great, right? And a lot of the other towns, when we ask them if it's okay, they're all for it. So it's great. So.
Well, there's been a couple.
Not everyone is happy. Not everyone. I had to please everybody.
I actually talked to one a couple years ago. It's like, this is what we do and everything, because they had said no. They went, all right.
Yeah. I mean, can't please everybody. No. I've come to learn that. So, and that's kind of the same way with coaching. Can't please everybody. So.
Oh my God. I really appreciate you coming in, and I thank you to Griswold Youth Football and Cheer for everything you guys do for us. Because I can't wait for it to come around to 2024, because and even more so than high school, because these kids are so much fun to watch. And if you've never watched youth football because you think they're just kids, well, then you're stupid. Watch them, because they're exciting and they're fun, and the games, they play their asses off. And then it's just watch it.
Yeah.
I used to go to the games.
Yeah.
My grandson used to play at Griswold High School.
Okay.
So that was many years ago. Of course, we didn't have any televised games back then.
Yeah.
I remember going there and freezing my butt off with the wind blowing.
We got a lot of rain this year, so we got wet and cold a lot. So
yeah.
Well, and here's the other thing too, and I really, really believe this: streaming is not going away.
No, it's not.
It's not going away. It's growing and growing and growing. You just said last 2 years you've had record numbers.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that because of what streaming did? Probably helped a lot.
I would think so.
And whether it's us or somebody else,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's going to help your league.
For sure. Yeah, streaming the
So-
games. I think a lot of it has to do with streaming the games and the success we've had is people, people see the kids walking around in those sweatshirts and
Sure.
they want to be a part of it, and it's nice. And you're not always going to be that successful. But what happens is you learn what it takes to try and be that successful. So, and I mean, our cheerleaders will get to walk around in some nice sweatshirts here this year. So that'll hopefully just bring more numbers to them. So, but yeah, we're really excited for where the league's going. All the hard work that everyone's putting in, and everything that's been going on. So we're excited, and we're excited to continue to feed the high schools with the good players. So moving forward. So,
You have anything else, Paul, that you want to add to
No, I'm good.
Mr. Peterson here?
I'm good.
All right. Continued success, sir.
thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on in.
No, thank you for having me.
I'm glad to have you. I'm glad it's about time we had one of you guys in. So that's going to do it for us today here at SNSN. I don't know who's our co-host tomorrow. I don't know if it's Cappy. Could be Malin. I don't know. Sure as hell ain't going to be you.
Nope.
We'll see you tomorrow on SNSN.